Premier League is back this weekend for sure. And hey, Arsenal, the Gunners, Arsenal fans, the feelings you have when your team gets to the second position of the Premier League table. Liverpool lost, Manchester United lost, Chelsea lost, the Gunners. They made it today in the Newcastle United home for sure. A very long time they've had a win in that sports stadium. And hey, was a marvelous one. Today with me is Ima and Eddie, and we will be going into more details, tactical decisions, tactical formations, and what actually transpired in the Premier League this weekend. And for sure, if you just join us and you are new, remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video, and your opinions are highly, highly welcome. Ima, Manchester United, after beating Chelsea in Old Trafford, turn out to Brentford Sports Stadium, the Brentford Community Sports Stadium, lost that game, not just losing, lost it by 3-1. Bruno Fernandes could not score even a penalty as at that moment. This is his second time of losing a penalty to in the Premier League for sure. What do you make up of United loss? And the way they are talking about Gareth Southgate coming in place of
United going into this game, playing at the GT Community Stadium against Brentford. I thought it was going to be, a smooth ride for them. But yesterday, I didn't get the chance to watch the first half, but I watched the second half, and I think the Brentford coach is doing quite, a very good job with the team. After losing some of his players, Brian Mbuemo, Joan Visa is now with Newcastle. He's found a way to, get the boys back in shape, and he's kept the whole going. I think it's unfortunate that Manchester United lost the game 3-1. Bruno Fernandes had an opportunity to equalize for it to, be leveled at the 70-something minutes, but it was quite unfortunate that he missed the penalty. And right after that, Brentford got the third goal, and they sealed their victory. Yeah, for me, I don't think it's time for them to sack Ruben Amorim. It's still early days yet. Maybe we should give him some time. We saw his performance against Chelsea last week. Though Chelsea got a red card and they won the game, so you can say that they got the advantage based on Chelsea's red card. But I feel like we've seen coaches, handle this Manchester United team over and over again, and they bring the same results. So I'm tempted to, get to this conclusion that it is not the fault of the managers, but it is the players themselves. Maybe it goes beyond, just the players, maybe the board and even the backroom staff. So I think they should give him maybe 2 or 3 games to assess him properly. Southgate is a very fine coach. We saw what he did. We saw what he did with the English national team. But coaching a national team and coaching a club team there's a difference between the two. You can coach a national team, but when they give you the club team, it'll be very difficult for you. So I've not seen him coaching a club team. I can't tip him to be the next Manchester United manager. We've seen coaches in the Premier League in the person of Oliver Glasner and the others who are doing quite a fantastic job with Crystal Palace and other teams. So yeah, maybe they should assess him properly with the next 2 or 3 games to see his performance. But for me, it was a disappointing result from Manchester United this weekend.
I think Eddie might be saying he's like, look at this Arsenal fan. You won your game against Newcastle United. You are talking about maintaining Amorim. Amorim said when they win, they said it's not the system. But when they lost, they said it's the system. Are you with Amorim as a United fan, or he should go?
One thing we should know about any club aside Manchester United is anytime things are going well, you'll be giving praises to the players, everything to the players. It's so often that you even include the manager or give credit to the manager. But if things are not going well, you will start bashing the manager that his tactics and everything are not going. So if he said that, I think he's right to come out and clear things. Yeah, things didn't go well as we were expecting against Brentford. Now they are still you will still give him the blame, saying his stats and everything are not working. But it is what it is. We played against Brentford. I knew that since our last 3 games against Brentford, last season we lost all the 2 games against Brentford, and this time around, although we won against Chelsea, but still not sure that United was going to win the game. But it's my club, so anytime you have this belief that at least things will get better, things will get better until and at the end of the fight, 90 minutes, see Manchester United losing 3 goals to 1. So yeah, we live to the end of the day, so we expecting the guys to be prepared. But concerning, I think this guy Bruno Fernandes, losing 2 penalties, he's no more the clinical finisher anymore. Because before Bruno Fernandes, anytime there's a penalty kick, one of the 5 penalty takers in the league, but now losing 2 penalties in the league, and now we have 4 goals so far. Just 6 games being played so far, and losing 2 penalties. What will be of him in the long run? So I think this is the time we've been Amorim to find another penalty taker instead of Bruno Fernandes. I think that will help. Yeah, because yesterday, supposing United were able to convert that penalty, it could have been 2-2. The probability of United getting the draw could have been very, very high, or even fighting for the winner could have been very high, but it didn't happen yesterday. That's what it is.
The last man standing, Crystal Palace, haven't been 7 games so far. They have not lost a single game in the Premier League. Against the table leaders, Crystal Palace made it a master architect against the table leaders, Liverpool, by 2 goals to 1. Eddie, were you expecting that Liverpool will lose their game against the Eagles?
I know it was going to be a tough challenge for Liverpool. Yeah, I knew that definitely they are not going to take it easy, because now it's the winning streak of Crystal Palace. They've not lost any single game in this campaign. Early within our I think the community shield, they played the community shield against Liverpool, and they were able to lift the trophy ahead of them. So playing again this time around, I think that Liverpool is going to be a very difficult task for them. And behold, they lost the game by 2 goals to 1. So, yeah, Liverpool lost the table toppers lost their game. Yeah, over the weekend it wasn't pretty for some clubs, and Liverpool find themselves to be one of them. They faced the defeat.
Yeah, Liverpool is one of the clubs that actually faced a defeat yesterday as well. And it looks like yesterday, all the big clubs, it didn't favor them except Manchester City. Chelsea also at home lost against Brighton for sure. This was a game that we all know after 2 games or 3 games, Chelsea are not able to go in and make the 3 points out of them. Now, this was a 3rd game. We expected Enzo Maresca and his boys to actually make it a 3 points. But then in the end, it was a loss once again for the Blues in Stamford Bridge. Eddie, people are just Chelsea fans. I don't know why they are so quick to changing of a manager. They are already saying Maresca must go. Eddie, are you in support of that?
I don't support that. Leading Chelsea to the club, he has done so far. He has done well. No, with his records in Chelsea so far, it's been good for him and also Chelsea as well. But if things are not going for any club, the fans will probably start saying or shouting that the manager should go. The manager should go. But it is what it is. So it's now up to the board to decide whether they will listen to the fans or they will entrust Enzo Maresca to continue his job in Chelsea. But one thing about Chelsea, like it doesn't make sense to consider 2 red cards in 2 games. Against Manchester United, you consider a red card against Brighton to consider a red card. So I think something is not wrong. Something is not right with the tax of Enzo Maresca, or he should be have some good proper conversation with the players because it's not good. It's not good. Something is really wrong. Something is wrong. So if the fans are shouting Enzo Maresca should go, I think they've seen something. That's why they are shouting that. So Enzo Maresca should probably find a solution to that. Then I think Chelsea will be able to win their next game. If it continues like that in their next game, then probability of Enzo Maresca saying bye-bye to Chelsea is very, very high.
For sure. So back to the Gunners for sure against Newcastle United. This was a game that was very, very tough and unique game for Arsenal. It was a game that Arsenal needs to cover a point against Liverpool. And also, this is a stadium that Arsenal have been finding very difficult to win. But in the end, what a class of a football. And Gabriel actually get the winner for Arsenal. And it looks like your team is now like they are now. I don't know whether they are entertaining the fans or football fans they want to entertain or what is actually happening. They now like scoring late goals for the club. Like last time against Manchester City in Emirates, they were able to win score a late equalizer against Manchester City. And this time round, a late winner against Newcastle United. What's your take on that game?
Yeah, I think that's how champions do it. Yeah, if you really want to win something, that's how you do it. We've seen this over and over again from Liverpool with the late goals. If you really want to put up a fight, you don't give up until the final whistle. Yeah. So we're going down and coming back to equalize and eventually win the game. It's a kind of very good. You can see that it's a different mentality. Last week against Manchester City, after scoring the equalizer, they tend to jubilate at their home. I wasn't quite okay with the draw, but maybe Ateta went to the dressing room and he talked to the boys. Today, for instance, after Mikel Merino's header, they quickly went into the goalpost, took the ball, and they restarted the game. And yeah, because they were pushing for the win. So I feel like it's just a champion's mentality, getting the late goals and grabbing the 3 points, even away from home, and that's a very good result from the Arsenal.
We rather try to bring more attacking players on board. Do you think that actually cost Arsenal?
Yeah. I felt looking at Eddie Howe's changes that he made. I felt like he was bringing in more wingers so that he could just go on the counter attack because Arsenal were playing, in their half. So if he brings in the Harvey Barnes and the other guys, maybe he will just get a counter attack, play it into one of them, then he can just run with the ball. But it was quite unfortunate; it didn't work out the way he was planning it. A very brilliant header from Mikel Merino, and a very late goal from Gabriel Magalhaes. And I think it's. I wasn't expecting us to win. After the 70th minute, I thought maybe the best we could do was a draw. But we are just grateful that we got all the 3 points. Eddie Howe didn't make bad changes, but I think it just didn't go in his favor. And Arsenal took up advantage of that and got the 3 points.
Arsenal took advantage of that and got 3 points. And which club was the most like performance, or which club performed most in the Premier League this weekend for you?
I think I'll give it to Sunderland. Come again.
I said they win their game surprisingly at the weekend for sure.
Yeah, for sure. From time to time, if you ask me the most performing team, I always say Sunderland. Over the weekend, they played their game against Nottingham Forest. They traveled away to the Nottingham Forest Sports Stadium to play against them. And anytime this season, they've had an incredible winning, at their home. So when they were traveling, I was like, they are going to lose against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, they've been very, very, quite very good this season. So I thought they were going to lose, but I think they were the only side who kept a clean sheet this weekend, because we didn't see much of a clean sheet in this weekend's games. But Sunderland stood to their feet, playing against Nottingham Forest, which we know to be one of the toughest side, and also keep a clean sheet. So they deserve the team of the week.
Deserve a team of the week. Eddie, we all saw what happened to Nottingham Forest. Yeah, they were a very good team. Since Ange Postecoglou took over, they haven't actually get a single point in the Premier League. And now Nuno has been given the opportunity to coach West Ham again after Graham Potter has been sacked. Do you think West Ham have made the right decision to get Nuno?
Well, you can't say they've made the right decision or the wrong decision until you start coaching and we see the results. We can properly assess any coach with results. So for me, they sacking Graham Potter and they bringing in Nuno Espirito Santo. I can't sit here and say whether it's a bad decision or a good decision until he starts playing the games. Then we see the results. Based on the results, we can say maybe they made a good choice or they made a bad choice.
So Eddie Pep Guardiola have won his game this weekend, and it just looked like they are coming back to their winning ways. Do you think they are still a title favorite in there?
Yeah, they're still favorite because now I think the boys they found their feet again back in the league. Last season, as you all know, things didn't go well for them, but this season, things are working perfectly for them. And one incredible thing, last Haaland has gotten back his boots. He's putting in the goals, converting everything for Manchester City. Now, so far, if I'm not mistaken, he's like 9 goals so far, with 1 assist. So that's an incredible streak. And the guys will continue with their run. So we should watch out for Pep Guardiola this season. It's going to be interesting because now Liverpool have considered their first defeat, as now in the second position. So Crystal Palace also there, but Man City is also coming. So it's going to be interesting this season. Yeah, Chelsea is also there, right? But Pep Guardiola I think he's doing well. This is going to be interesting.
Lastly, before we go, after this performance from Arsenal, do you think they are still favorites for the title race?
We are winning the league this season. There's no doubt we are winning the league this season.
They'll say
We've tried on
the
so many
Gunners.
occasions. Yeah, for
Jack,
it is. No, for me, it is now or never. Yeah,
27th, okay. Of September, okay.
No, 28th.
Okay, 28th September. Okay, 25. What be the time now?
Massa, no pressure.
No pressure. Let me keep record.
For me, actually, I think it's now or never because we can't keep on, placing second in the league. We are just fed up. Personally, I'm fed up with the second position. So it's either Arteta wins the league this season or we show him the exit. And it's that simple. Yeah.
Okay.
We are winning the league.
Because today, the way Arsenal fans was jubilating both Twitter and outside, I thought maybe they are comfortable in the second position.
No, it was a win that closes the gap. Liverpool are leading us with 5 points. So if Liverpool slips on Saturday and you also slip on Sunday, it is like,
you are giving them match opportunity.
Basically, there's nothing that happened on the table. Absolutely. So it's better you close the gap, and now it's 2 points. For me, I feel like it's still early days yet. Liverpool are showing clear signs that they want to win the Premier League again. But yeah, this season, whether they like it or not, I don't know how we are going to do it.
It's going to be,
but we are just winning the league. I don't know how.
Yeah,
I don't know how, but we are going to win the Premier League.
The Arsenal fans are tied with the second position. Now they want to step ahead.
They want to go ahead. They want
to go
ahead. Like I always said, this season,
1 step ahead.
This season is either the Champions League or the league or combined. If Arteta is not able to get any of them, then probably I don't see why I should support Arteta again. So guys, that is it for sure, and that is it. And if you just join us and you are new, this is Ashili Sports, and we have delivered to you the excitement of the Premier League this weekend. Hit the subscription button, like and share the video. Your opinions are highly welcome. And if you think that Ruben Amorim should be replaced by so and so coach, let me know your opinions. And hey, do you think Ruben Amorim can turn things over, or Arsenal will win the Champions League, or Maresca should change something new for the Blues? Let me know in the comment section as well. And hey, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your time. And we're going to see you in the next video. Ciao.